But when she has an orgasm, she says, I burst like a geyser at geyser at Yellowstone. Starting the vlog off in a very weird position, but it's Sunday and I don't want to get out of bed. I put my makeup on, I'm getting ready to get out of bed. So I need to like straighten my hair, get dressed, all that stuff. I'm doing this thing where I like attempt to get dressed and get ready, even though literally it's the last thing I want to do because it helps my mental health. But new week, new vlog. I want to talk to you guys about a book that I am reading. If you saw last week's vlog, you'll have seen me unbox this book. And in that vlog, I was like, ooh, I'm immediately gonna start that. And it is Follow Me Darkly by Helen Hart. This book's weird. So on Twitter, I was talking about how I'm reading a like dub submissive or like dom submissive smut. And that's exactly what this is. Like, not 15 pages in was there like, oh, we're gonna sleep together. Like, I was like reading on the couch last night next to Rocco, like, holy crap. But basically, Braden, is that his name? Yes, Braden is a billionaire, like lives in a high-rise, fancy, you know, like stereotypical billionaire, but he's actually blue collar. The way they came into their money was he works on like a farm or something, or works construction or something with his family, like it's his family's business, and he discovers something with protective eyewear. Like if you have a job that you have to wear protective eyewear, you know that they're awful, but he discovers something that is like revolutionary and he becomes a billionaire by selling the patent for it. So he meets our main character, whose name is, oh my god, what is her name? Oh my god, what's her name? Sky, I think? Yeah, Sky. She works for another billionaire chick who is a social media influencer, and I, as somebody who likes to make fun of social media influencers, but also secretly deep down loves them, she works for her and she does photography for her. So every single picture that the woman that she works for takes is supposed to be like from the position of a selfie, but it's not actually a selfie, it's Sky taking the photos. And the reason why in her story, she's from a small town, Kansas, and she moves to the big city in Boston. The book takes place in Boston, because she wants to pursue photography. And this whole book, like, I love it, but I hate it. So I like this kind of smutty romance. Like, I'm definitely here for like, you know, 5 heat wave. Like if you are subscribed to Bake Crate, you know they do like heat waves, so they do like 1 through 5. This is supposed to be a 5, which I can see. But the problem that I'm having with the book, and as I read today, I'll kind of like tell you guys, like I'll read you like certain things, but basically Sky doesn't want to relinquish control. She's very dominating in like every aspect of her life. You don't really know why, but like she doesn't drink like past a certain amount. She doesn't do drugs. She doesn't do anything that can make it to where she loses some semblance of control. And Braden has like a deep, dark secret that we don't know about, but he immediately, like I said, within 15 pages of meeting her, is like, you want to go to dinner? And then at dinner, he's like, I would like to sleep with you. So I go back to his place and he's like attempting to sleep with her. And she's like, no, I don't want this. Like, I can't lose control. And then eventually they start having like a sexual relationship. And she's like, well, what if I want more? And he's like, no, like, I don't do that. And he alludes to like his deep, dark secret. Which I'm halfway through the book. I'm on chapter 30, and I still don't know what the hell his secret is. I'm imagining that's going to be like the big, because if you read romance, you know, there's like, oh, they meet, and then they, you know, kind of get along, and they sort of start falling for each other, and then something happens, and then they get back together. That's like tends to be the formula for romance novels. But I'm assuming his deep, dark secret is going to be the issue between them that happens that almost tears their relationship apart. But like I said, I'm liking it. Like the story is kind of, I don't know, like the story is interesting. The sex is okay. It's not great. Like it's not terrible, but we're only halfway through. I'm hoping there's going to be like one scene or whatever that really like blows my mind. But what my real issue with the book is the self-talk. Like a lot of the characters, when they are discussing like, you know, their internal monologue, it's so bad. Like, so Sky is very like, I don't know, she's like plain Jane. Her character to me isn't very solid. She's very like, oh, I want to do photography and like, you know, what am I doing with my life? Oh, my job is fine. Like, it's okay, even though she fucking hates her job. And then when it comes to braiding. She's like, I can't lose control, but I want to lose control. And I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, lady. So it's not terrible. The writing style is pretty plain. The like basis of the story, I'm sure we've all heard it like 1,000 times. I'm so sorry you're seeing me from like, let me just try to make it a little more even. But basically, it's just not the worst book I've ever read, but it's definitely not the best. I need to get out of bed and get ready for the day. I'm like, I don't know, it's like 2 o'clock or something. Yeah, it's 2:35. Oh my God, I gotta see if the Steelers, how they're doing. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed for the day, and I will let you know what I think of this, because I'm just gonna put on the rest of the football game and read it after I get ready. What I'm wearing, because I'm really excited about my shirt. Do people still do like what I'm wearing? Also, peep my cat. I don't know if you saw last week's vlog, but she's finally here. Sorry, in the bathroom, super echoey. I wasn't gonna straighten my hair, but I decided I'm lazy as fuck, so we're not gonna do that. But look at this shirt Rocco got me. I love baseball tees. Baseball tees are my absolute favorite. If you are a fan of Good Mythical Morning, you know what the shirt is. So basically they have like the Mythical Society. We're called like Mythical Beasts, like people who subscribe to their channel or whatever. So Rocco got me this and I'm obsessed with it, and it fits so well. I think I'm in a large or an extra large, because I've gained a little bit of weight over quarantine, which I feel like a lot of people can probably say, but it is a baseball tee, so it's like super fucking comfortable too. And then I have Fabletic leggings on because I live in leggings now. Like I will wear jeans if like we're going out somewhere and I need to look semi-presentable, but it literally doesn't matter how nice we're going because I'm constantly always wearing these slides. These are Nike, Adidas, I don't remember, but we got these on sale and I literally live in them. That is the fit for today. I actually need to finish, not editing last week's vlog, but I do need to do the description like box for it because I did a collab, which actually brings me into something that I really wanted to kind of talk about. I'm gonna set you guys up here while I make coffee and so I can talk to you at the same time, although I realize now that means I'm gonna have to like bend down the whole time. Basically, coffee machine. I have been doing not collabs, but like, and not even really sponsored stuff, but like people, I guess it's technically sponsored where people will send you free shit and you talk about it. And I never do one unless I 100% love the product. But the problem that I'm having is for some reason, even if I really, I'm like literally not even gonna make my coffee. Even if I really love a product, doing it and like getting the video done always makes me so anxious, like deadlines and like knowing that I have something that I have to do. It's part of the reason why I don't do readathons anymore. It's part of the reason why I don't do like set TBRs. Like I have enough rigidity in my life when it comes to like having to go to work, when I need to get up, what like things that I need to take care of, that I don't like stressing about that or focusing on things like that. So I worked with Ana Luisa in the past. And then obviously I worked with Mapaful. And it's great. Like I love their products, truly, like 1000%. I do not promote shit that I don't like, but it's just so stressful. So I think for 2021, I'm gonna really step back and like not do things like that, like not do sponsored stuff where I have to create a YouTube video. Like I'm totally okay with like taking a picture of something and talking about it and like putting it on Instagram. But let's be real, I have like not that many followers there because I actually went and deleted all the spam accounts that were following me. If you're an Instagram creator and you are struggling with engagement or struggling with gaining like new followers and like you're really like networking and trying and you're struggling with it, I read somewhere where they recommend going through and deleting like profiles of people that haven't posted in a really long time, profiles of people that don't have pictures, or their account is private and they follow like they follow 0 people, or they follow like 1,000 people, but they don't have any followers, they don't have any posts, like that kind of stuff. People recommend that if you delete those are technically like spam accounts. So accounts that people created to enter giveaways or, you know, like shit like that, like that don't actually engage, that probably aren't even on that account. Or if you go through your followers, you can see like people will say like inactive or deleted account, like they'll put that as their name instead of actually deleting their account. And this is super time consuming, but I think it's totally 100% worth it. I do need to actually make coffee. So I recently did that and it helped. Like I feel like I'm getting a lot more engagement than I normally do. And I don't know if it's because I've sort of switched like what I'm posting about. I used to post about like, you know, like books exclusively. And then over the last year, I started posting about a bunch of different stuff. And then I just got to the point where I was like, this is what I want to do. Like I live a life and I don't exclusively post about books. So it would make sense to post about a bunch of different things. So that is what I've been doing. And I think I'm getting a lot of engagement and I don't know, just like actually connecting with people, and the people that message me or the people that comment on stuff or people that I know. Even though I'm still following an assload of people, I think I still follow like 600 or 700 people, but they're all people that I love. Like when I go through the people I'm following, there's no one that I want to unfollow. So anyway, I'm gonna make my coffee. If you're wondering what coffee I drink Gavalia decaf. Gavalia? Am I trashy if I don't know how to say it? Because I don't know if that's like fancy or whatever. And if you want a good tip on keeping your coffee fresh, put this shit in the freezer, and use whole bean. Like this is actually ground because I can't find this in whole bean, but there's a couple of other companies that do sell like whole bean decaf coffee. Keep it whole bean and keep it in the freezer, and that will help. But I'm gonna make this coffee. Christmas tree. Seeing that Christmas tree makes me so happy. I'm gonna make this coffee and then I'm gonna sit down and get done some of the brand deal stuff that I have to do for Ana Luisa, like the description box and all of that. So once I actually start reading, I will update you. I'm sorry that this entire vlog is going to be on the phone, but I realized in last week's vlog, I talked about an important announcement that was coming in the week, and I think I even said that it was going to come out on like Wednesday. So I thought I would address it because that announcement isn't coming, and I kind of want to talk about it. So basically I was talking in that video about how I was going to be stepping back from YouTube for 3 or 4 months, and I do kind of want to address it though, even though that's not the plan anymore, because I don't want to just like leave people hanging, like wondering what the fuck I was talking about. I don't know when this vlog is going to go up. I think I'm just going to vlog for like a couple of days and then edit it and put it up and all of that. But basically I, in that video, said that I would be stepping back from YouTube, and there were a couple of reasons why. So the first reason I was going to be stepping back is because I'm moving. So obviously right now you guys see me in videos primarily at Rocco's house. Like occasionally I will go to my apartment and film a video there. There's kind of this disconnect with me where I feel bad because this is his apartment. You know what I mean? Like I don't technically live here. I won't technically live here until January. Rocco's very accommodating, very loving. Like he calls this our apartment. Like in no way do I feel like I don't belong here, but apartment is pretty small because when he moved in, obviously he was a single dude who worked like 60, 70 hours a week. He was hardly here. When he was here, he was just sleeping and eating, and that was it. So when it comes to trying to fit all my shit in this apartment, it's going to be kind of hard. So most of my stuff, if not almost all of my stuff, is going to be going into storage. So I'm not going to have my normal filming setup. I'm not going to have my background, my books, and all of that. And it makes me really, really sad. But I kind of realized that I was being sort of, I don't know, a little bit stupid, because you are not a YouTuber or a booktuber, even though I don't consider myself a booktuber, based on your background. Obviously, it's nice to have like an aesthetic background, but until April, I'm not going to have that. I'm going to literally have this background that you guys see and whatnot. Reason number 2 why I was going to be stepping back is because of my mental health. Now, I kind of addressed in there that a lot of my mental health issues happen because I strain myself too much to try to be present, whether it be on social media, whether it be like talking to people, and that's always going to be something that I struggle with, and I wanted to take time off to kind of find a balance with that. I'm not going to be the type of person who always speaks up about stuff that's just not within my capacity, and I know people like to use it as an excuse, but honestly, that's just how it is with me. Like I do suffer from a few mental illnesses that are pretty debilitating, and a lot of them are actually linked to what it means, like who you are as a person. Like if you are, you know, like a good person, and all this talk of politics and some of the social injustice stuff that's happening, like it really can be a lot for me. I get into a lot of thought spirals that are, you know, brought on by some of these conversations. So I just needed time to kind of address that. But another thing about my mental illnesses is that the only way to really combat them is by going straight through them. So acting as though everything is business as usual. And with 2021 and the end of 2020, what I want to focus on is kind of giving up a little bit of control and not needing things to be super perfect. So that is the reason why I'm not going to be stepping back, because I want to continue and I want to grow. Another reason why I wanted to step back is because I wanted to learn some new things. I wanted to learn new ways to film. I wanted to get comfortable filming in front of Rocco because you know, like we spent almost all of our time together. So it's like, I want to be able to vlog in front of him, and I want to be able to like have discussions with you guys in front of him. I'm just such a solitary person when it comes to filming and, you know, talking to you guys, that it feels very awkward to me, but it doesn't feel awkward to him. So it's like, it's weird. But I do want to try to kind of work through that. And so there are adjustments and changes that I want to make to my channel. And there are, you know, new things that I want to try, new things that I want to do. And I just hope you guys are down for that, because it's not necessarily that like my content is going to be changing a whole lot. It is just that there are going to be slight tweaks here and there to maybe like the way my videos look, or, you know, kind of, I mean, I guess a little bit of the content, but not really. I think overall, if you already like this channel, you're still going to like it, that nothing crazy is going to happen. But I did want to kind of, you know, talk about that and address it. And I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys are excited, because it is so easy to want to just like quit doing the things that make me really happy. And I was watching a video today of somebody who said, you know, all of the greatest achievers just kind of went for what they wanted to go for. And people always say, oh, like that's easier said than done. And he pointed out, well, everything is easier said than done. You know, you can say like, oh, I'm hungry, but getting up to make food or ordering food, even that's easier said than done, but it's something that you know you need to do. And when you really feel like whatever, whether it be relationship wise, career wise, you know, anything, if it's something that you really feel like you need to do it, you will do it and you'll make it happen. So I kind of just want to go on, just like keep, because I love talking to you guys, and I love my channel, and I love this connection that we have, and I want to be really present and like open and honest with you guys. So yeah, so it's going to be kind of bumpy here and there. My mental health still isn't the best. Like I struggle with stuff pretty much on the daily, but talking to people, like having Rocco and having my friends and stuff, like to be able to talk to, that's been really, really helpful. And I think a lot of people kind of get that from me as well. I've had a lot of you guys reach out and say that me being open about how I'm doing has really helped you. So I do kind of want to continue with that. There will be a little bit, I'm going to be a little bit more guarded about things, because the larger my channel gets, or, you know, that's just more opinions. And I'm kind of learning that just because someone says something or has an opinion about something, that doesn't necessarily make it fact or make it true. What you feel about yourself is really fact. That's what it is, like outside of like constructive criticism. So I want to sort of learn to kind of keep my personal stuff, like with what I'm dealing with, just a little closer to me and less kind of out there, because I'm okay with opinions on stuff, but when you start to kind of critique other people's mental health, or maybe how they're handling things, or maybe they don't seem like they're struggling enough, or maybe they're struggling too much and you're getting depressed, like just thinking about all the shit that they're going through, like I don't want my channel to turn into that. So it'll be a little bit different, but there are people, subscribers, friends, whatever, that have reached out to me that I'm very honest with, like if somebody asks me about it, but I'm not necessarily just going to like put all of that on the internet. And, you know, and also for the sake of like Rocco's privacy and like our separate life, or like, you know, like my work life, things like that, I'm not just going to 100% just be on all the time talking about those things. So that is what I wanted to tell you guys. My video was literally just me crying and saying that I'm going to be leaving YouTube for a while. But I also have a feeling that if I would have stepped back, I probably never would have come back. And that really sucks. But I am excited for the move. We already kind of know where we're going to move. We know a little bit of the setup that we're going for our apartment. I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to have like my own, well, there's going to be an office. So I'm going to have like my computer and my bookshelves and, you know, whatever else. But also I want to start gaming again on my channel. I hope you guys are into that, because I really want to do it. I had started another channel that I haven't touched in forever, like a year. But I want to start doing that again, but I don't want to upload it to a separate channel. I'm going to be uploading it to this channel. Now, obviously that's not going to happen until like April or May, but that is something that I do want to pursue. I want to start vlogging more, and just having, you know, chats with you guys and kind of talking about like what we're doing and things like that. I want to start vlogging on the weekends, doing like daily vlogs and things like that. I'm looking into getting a vlogging camera. Pretty expensive. It's like $400 or $500, one that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Canon G7X. I love Canon cameras. Canon cameras are my favorites. So hopefully that'll up my game a little bit, because my camera that I use daily, or not daily, but like normally when I vlog or when I film, is the Rebel T6i. This is a pretty big camera, and I just couldn't imagine like trying to like hold this thing. So I am looking into a vlogging camera. But you know, there's just gonna be some good changes, and I'm just at the point in my life where I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care, or I'm learning to not care about other people's opinions, and I'm learning to not care that, you know, people think that what I do is weird, or, you know, even other people online, they're like, oh God, like Jess's content, like whatever. I want to be as organic as possible. And when I sit down and film, like, because when I film like this, it's like this, what you see in vlogs is how I talk. This is how I communicate. This is how I talk to my friends, my family, whatever. But when I sit down to film a video, I feel like I have to have this like fake energy, and I like talk different, and I watch back my videos and I'm so used to seeing it, so sometimes it doesn't really sink in. But mostly I'm just like, why are you talking like that? Like, what is happening? So I'm gonna be working on that and just trying to, I don't know, just be more me in vlogs.
I'm so excited for this.
What? Excuse me, Jack. And things like that. So yeah, that's basically what that video was about. It was just me talking to you guys about how I've been feeling and what I was planning on doing, but really none of those things need to happen and for me to stop filming. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna continue business as usual. We're just gonna keep going and see where everything takes us. If there's anything you guys would like to see, you know, like, let me know. I'm open to pretty much everything. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to say. That was the whole update that I filmed in that freaking video. I'm absolutely dying. Dying at the scene in this book. I can't really read it because YouTube would demonetize me, but the premise of this book is that this chick's guy has never had an orgasm before. So when she meets Braden, Playboy extraordinaire, who has literally slept with so many women that apparently he is just a god in the bedroom, obviously she becomes pretty freaking addicted, and she wants a relationship, he doesn't, blah, 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 blah. But in this scene, the scene that literally has me rolling, is they're having sex, and he's like, because she's never had an orgasm before, he like really focuses on that. He's like, basically tells her she's gonna have so many that she's gonna beg him to stop. So this whole chapter is just about multiple orgasms, which by the way are not impossible even with a partner. I know some people, like, if you get into, like, if you listen or research or whatever about sex, some people don't have orgasms, some people can only have them by themselves, some people can have them with a partner, it just really depends. But you mean to tell me that this bitch who has never had an orgasm before, can't do it by herself, has literally tried, like, there's a whole chapter dedicated to her attempting, this book is very raunchy, but attempting to have an orgasm by herself. But you mean to tell me that this man suddenly is able to give her, I think it's like 6 or 7. I don't know, there's something about this book. And Braden's supposed to be this very like dark and mysterious dude, who's actually blue collar. Like, that's the whole premise of the book, is that he was blue collar before all this happened. It's just very cringe. Some of it's just very cringe. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's not terrible. It's probably sitting at like a 3 for me, but I just needed to talk about that because this is like the most orgasms I think I've ever read in a chapter. And also, like, the sex scenes are like 2 or 3 chapters long. Like, this one I think was like 2 chapters long, so they get pretty freaking lengthy. So if you're looking for some down and dirty, get to it kind of stuff, you'd probably really like this book. You're propped up in a very weird position and you probably can't hear me, but I need to talk about this. So when she has, okay, I need to look slightly more flattering. So when she has an orgasm in the kitchen, mind you. And the funniest part about all of this is he has staff. He has like a chef. No, I think she's on vacation in this chapter, but he has like a butler and another woman who like takes care of his dog. But they're in the kitchen. But when she hasn't, this is like the bit of the book that like kills me. But when she has an orgasm, she says, I burst like a geyser at Yellowstone. I burst like a storm cloud exploding in rain. I burst like a sun going nova. I burst into an intense nirvana. So fucking awkward. And to add to everything, so there's the butler, his name is Christopher. He's like driving her home, even though they're like dating, like he calls her his girlfriend, she calls him his boy, whatever, I don't understand. But so no, you can't come yell at me, I'm doing something. So he takes her home and he says, she's like, okay, thank you, good night. And he says, Sky? And she turns, he goes, he's a good man. She says, I know that. He cares for you. I lift my eyebrows. Does he? Yes. How do I know? I've said all I can. Good night. So now we have like a mysterious, like the butler is this mysterious, like I'm like losing my mind with this book. If you have anything that's similar to this kind of story that you really enjoyed, and I mean, like, I need it to be written well. Like, I just, for some reason, like I said, I'm not enjoying this book. It's definitely a firm, like, 3 stars. Like, the story isn't the worst, but if you have something of similar content that you really enjoyed, please let me know, because I'm like rolling like a geyser at Yellowstone. Like, could you fucking imagine? Okay, so I finished it. And I'm probably gonna finish this vlog here because Rocco's on his way home. Oh, sorry, I had to burp. Because Rocco's on his way home, and then we're gonna make dinner, take off my makeup, shower, go to bed, all that crap. Because yeah, it's Sunday and I work tomorrow. I just realized that. Oh no. But anyway, so I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I'll read the next one. It comes out January 2021, but we do find out Brayden's deep dark secret is that he's a dom, but apparently he hurt someone in the past, not necessarily because he took too much, but because they were young and inexperienced and like trying to discover stuff together. And when she was like, okay, I don't really want to keep doing with this, he broke up with her, which could be just attributed to the fact that they were young. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a deep dark secret. I don't know. A little bit of a very abrupt ending though. Like, as I was reading it, I was like, okay, how is this gonna wrap up? How is it gonna end? But I did like it. Like I said, 3 stars, 3.5 maybe. Not the worst, but if you do have recommendations for books that are similar that you did really enjoy, let me know down below. I apparently have a thing for these kinds of books. You know, some of my favorites from last year were of the same theme, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm gonna go get ready for the night, and I will see you in my next video.